Chop dog. All right, Cody's assembling the Viking coilovers that are going on the GTO. So we're just one step closer to getting this thing back on the road. All right, so currently we are flipping the alternator because it was arcing out on the header. This was a temporary fix during the race. So we're gonna clock. I think we can take the back housing of this alternator off. That way it's more on this side and it doesn't jump. And turn my Holly off. Also, Cody told me the bad news and the transmission's out. So there's that, getting that fixed. And then apparently that weld over there broke on the frame, so it's causing the rear end to shift. So yeah, just lots of maintenance happening here, so it's gonna be a good thing. We're going to connect the onboard air, which I've already got mounted up here. So yeah, this is extra carpet. Yep, onboard air. Cody also told me that my wastegate didn't have an O-ring in it. Not real sure why that is. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be doing some maintenance here to get it more faster.
More faster.
Yeah.
More better.
And more betterer. Man,
Let's
look at
jankify?
that. Yeah, let's jankify it. Wow, you really know how to do that. All right, so what's happening now is we're taking this off and we're gonna rotate it, hopefully. Turns out there were some stripped bolts. So, hopefully it'll come off. There we go. Now we should just be able to rotate the back housing, hopefully.
Probably have to press it apart.
Yeah, I might have to press it apart. Oh yeah, there's my problem. Broke the wheels on the frame. That's no bueno. Maybe that's where the rear end is. That wheel from 1965 just said no thank you. Hopefully it's good over on that side. Yep, we still look good there. That'll do it. Alright guys, so back here at Dynospeed, where Cody's actually over there welding, I'm not sure on what, but I can see that he has finished up the alternator. We got this relocated to this side, whereas it was on this side. We've got the inner fender liners cut out now a good bit so that my lines to my timing cover are now straight. So I actually have a lot of room down there, and that's going to be good for airflow to let heat get out of the engine bay. And then I see that he is already running lines, at least getting links for the onboard air. So there's that. There's the man.
Through here.
Yeah, but just put the screws and duct tape, that'll do it. Hey, how long are you gonna have the bullhorns off?
Say that again.
How long are you gonna have the bullhorns on? Can I take them home and scuff them and paint them?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have to put them back on until you come get your car.
Well, I'm gonna go home and do that then, because I've been needing to paint them anyway. They're kind of looking dingy. If we want to snatch this O2 out of it, I guess I'll get them cleaned up. Heck yeah, was it kind of hard to cut the liner out? Wasn't bad?
There's just a lot of it. But
Like
now,
losing weight now, right? Every 100 pounds is a tenth, right?
to a point,
More fasters.
you're gonna have good room for your drain line.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I helped Cody out. We got it run through. Had to fish through the quarter panel. Got her coming through here, underneath the carpet, up through there, to the Mac valve. So all the mechanical stuff is done now. Now we just got to let Cody do some wiring. He is the mad scientist when it comes to wiring. So that's all the updates for today. I gotta put this back seat back in the car. But yeah, it's coming together. Hopefully, I don't know, we're waiting on the transmission to come back. Oh look, there's a shop dog. Everybody loves a good shop dog. He don't listen. Poor Titus. Alright, well, I'd say it's a little bit better. They definitely look good. And just so you know, a grinder and paint make you the welder you ain't. So I got both of those bull horns painted up. Take them back over there to Cody. Oh yeah, get them put back on the car once they're ready. Once he's ready to put them back on. What's up, guys? I just want to jump on here real quick and let y'all know that we released a new shirt design today. So we have the shirts, the hoodies, the stickers. So go to Good Time Charlie Threads, gtcthreads.com. Check those out. Look at some old stuff. We got plenty of stickers. We got some more stuff in the works. I appreciate all the support. Everything that you buy right now is getting reinvested into the company, whether we're doing more t-shirt designs or making updates to cars. So it really helps me make this content, get to races, get to do other cool stuff. I'm relying on you guys, and I appreciate it very much. Just remember, good times only. What's up, guys? Up here at Dynospeed today. Cody and Seth are throwing on the new rear coilovers. And then, this is the easy part. And then, the hard part is going to be doing the front. So I have to drop all this down. I think last time Cody put these on, which these are just some cheapo eBay ones when I first got the car. Seth had to like sit on the fender and everything to get it to seat right. It was not a good time, but big shout out to Dynospeed. Cody made me some new braided lines for the turbo feeds. We cut out, you can come over here and see, we cut out all this inner liner so that the lines don't get kinked again, and so that it'll actually have a lot of air or heat be able to get out of the engine bay. What else we've done? We set up the onboard air, set it up in the trunk. Cody and I ran the lines for that the other day, and he's already wired everything in. So it took some time to pull the bull horns off and reshot them black. They were looking kind of sad. And yeah, the 22s are up front, so once we get the coilovers on, we'll put the 22s on. We're probably going to have to cut some of the fender a little bit, because I told him, like I want to be able to drive and it just not rub. So what's the point in having them if you can't enjoy them? So we'll definitely do that. And yeah, and as you can see, the transmission's out. I think I'm going to go pick it up today for them and bring it back, and maybe they'll get it put in on Monday or something. Let me show you something else. So I was having issues with the rear end shifting, and what Nick found out is this weld had ripped. So Cody went ahead and welded up, put some bracing in there for me. Did it on this side as well. So glad that he did fabricate that kind of stuff for me. But we're gonna get some additional bars that go. What are they, like a reinforcement bar? What do you call it, like a reinforcement bar? They come from this part down to here and just give it a little bit more. Yeah, it's gonna tie the suspension points together a little bit better. So that's that. We're getting close. By we, I mean him. Without the guys here, a lot of the stuff wouldn't get done. Everybody needs a new shop dog. This is Titus. He is Dynospeed's shop dog. He is, I think he's 15 or 16 weeks old, and he's almost 60 pounds. He's an American Bully XL. He's just a big baby. He's just a big baby. Yeah. You just sleep all day? Everybody needs a shop dog. Alright, so we got the new wheels here. Of course, weld. Those are my guys. We went with a little bit bigger of a tire at that big wheel race. I had a smaller tire on the set of wheels that I borrowed from my buddy Brian. These are the same offset and everything. Technically, these are for G-body, but they work for my car. Just went with a thicker tread sidewall. Yeah, we're gonna get these on and see what we can do come July 4th. Hopefully we can make this race. Like I said, still waiting on that transmission to come back and should be good. He's made his way to the front already. Cody got tired of waiting. Does this mean that you're gonna do it?
Seth didn't act like he wanted to do it, so.
Well,
it's gonna get done.
it's gotta get done. I mean, are you gonna need help from me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Shop dog's pooping in the floor right now. All right, guys. So today's Sunday. Saturday, we spent a couple hours at the track testing. I was only able to get 2 passes in. First pass, car backfired, cut off. Couldn't figure out what it was, but I forgot to data log it. That was my fault. It was kind of a mess yesterday at Holly Springs because they had a race going, so we were racing between rounds. But second pass, made it a little bit further, car like sputtered and then cut off again. Couldn't get it to crank back up. I didn't really understand it, so got off and then cranked it back up. So I'm thinking, well, maybe my fuel filters were clogged up or something like that. Brian sent me the data log this morning of what it did, and the fuel pressure got super, super low. So this morning I was like, all right, I'm gonna drain the tank. The GTO showed the factory gauge, which I thought has always worked, had 3/4 of a tank in it. So had all my fuel jugs ready, got ready to drain the tank, only 3 gallons of fuel in it. So I'm just gonna say that we ran it low of fuel, which is not good. And yeah, so now we're back up here on a Sunday. Cody is graciously making me a new line that goes to my fuel pump because the one that was on there was kind of like, it has like a bend that we both really didn't like, and so he wanted to fix it. So that's what we're doing now. And I realized that the removable tab on my fender for my trailer, the spot wheel's broke on it, so he's going to tack that up for me too. But he came up here yesterday for me when they're not open, and today when they're not open. So these are why, like, this is the reason why I work with Dynospeed. Like, he doesn't have to do this. Now, granted, I've known Cody for a long time. We're really good friends, but like, he really wants my car to be right. Josh is not in town. Josh really wants my car to be right. And so, like, while Josh is out grudge racing the vet right now, he's been sending me tunes to try to get down the track. And so it's just, everybody's just really helpful up here. So I'm really appreciative of all of them. Dynospeed is by far one of my #1 sponsors in a sense. So we're gonna try to get this dialed in. Then we're gonna go get some snacks from Kroger, and then we're gonna head back to the track. And today is race day. We're gonna see what we can do. So y'all stick around and catch you later. So we're gonna be using the ultrasonic cleaner. Do I make you nervous, Cody?
I'm rushing. I'm rushing.
So we're gonna clean the filter for the pre, and the mad scientist here has an ultrasonic cleaner that we're gonna put it in. Instead of just like blowing it out and cleaning it. Now, obviously we would just order a new one if we could, but not able to do that right now. So look at it. That's cool. So get it nice and cleaned up while he makes this new line. Cody's the man. This is why you bring your stuff to Dynospeed. They do this kind of stuff. You want to make sure it's right. He's up here on his off day, which I feel guilty about, but I think he wants my car to be right more than I do. We'll see. So he's got the cleaner for the filter in a glass bottle of acetone. Cleaning it up. Never seen it done that way. That's kind of cool. He's getting ready to make me a new fuel line here. Not so many bends. As you can see here, it's like soft. Like this part up here is stiff. This here is real soft. So it was starting to bend like that. As it goes, yeah, like that. So it's bending. Not good when you need all the fuel possible. Flow is this way, right? Yeah. Yep. Tank team. So
Go pump up the windshield so I don't forget.
That ain't going nowhere. Man, don't get too close to it. Man, it'll be make fun.
No. Okay. You just wait until you get a little bit here.
You got it there.
That's why you don't have any fuel pressure. Cut the key on for just a second. Fuel pump's not running, sir. Oh, it did. Just cycle it a few times then. It's getting there. Give it a few more times. It doesn't help that the filters had air trapped in them. Did you have to do this the first time you built your car? Seems to be getting plenty on the fender side. Oops. Yeah, this side's getting plenty.
You got something going on that side?
It's just the filters are dry, so it's holding air. That doesn't matter. It's just, that just is so it goes on the outside of the filter in.
What do you do? With a fuel rail line and pour it down?
No, it'll work eventually.
You try to crank it?
No, just keep going off on. As soon as you hear the fuel pump kick off, just turn it off and go back on. You can start it now.